Hello, dumpsterinos and frugalistas. It has been about 2.5 weeks now that we have been up in beautiful Maine. There you go. There's the pretty lake for you. It's better to have me in the dark. I wanted to show you some of the things I've been doing up here for the camp in my volunteer capacity. I have been painting signs for the camp, and I've got the ultimate t-shirt upcycling t-shirts, because the camp retires old uniform shirts once they get, paint all over them or dirty or torn or whatever, and they turn them into rags. But then Frugal Mommy comes along, and I have much better use for old t-shirts than rags, so I will show you that too. I know it's like seeing anything incredible like a sunset or the pyramids or the Grand Canyon, and you take pictures and it's like, you really have to be here to appreciate the beauty and wonder of the nature. But it is so peaceful here and just so gorgeous, and it is a gorgeous friggin' day. This morning I was up at the Krakatoa of dawn, and I was walking from where I'm staying to the main lodge where food is at about 5 in the morning, and wild turkeys. I saw a ton of wild turkeys, and I chased them so I could get pictures for you. All right, here we go with some of my painting projects that I was doing for the camp. Painted the names on a couple of kayaks and this canoe. When I first painted Uncle Jack on the canoe, since I was painting upside down and backwards, I did have the J facing the wrong way, but I figured it out and fixed it. Here's some of the signs I painted for around camp. It's supposed to look like the letters are made of logs. It's a very woodsy vibe. I know the 3D effect is mind-blowing. The weaving hut got a Pooh Bear swooping in on his balloon. Paint hut is my favorite because of the little piglet painting the tea blue. What a mischievous little piglet he is. So there actually is a cabin called Pooh's Corner, and it had this fabulous sign with all the Winnie the Pooh characters on it for years and years and years, and somehow the sign disappeared, so they needed a new sign. So I was trying to put as many of the characters on as I could. I did not put on the owl because I do not think I can draw an owl that would not mess up the rest of everything. I just didn't think I could do owl. And why so many honeybees, you ask? Because they're covering up all the smudges. All right, here we are with our ultimate t-shirt upcycle. First, I'm cutting off the bottom hem of the shirt. It's soft, it's stretchy, it's going to be the perfect piece of fabric for tying up tomato plants. The shoulders and collar area and sleeves had already been cut off these shirts before they came my way. So we start down at the bottom where we just cut the hem off, and we come up at a very gentle angle until we have reached our desired thickness, and then we straighten out our cutting and just keep cutting straight around to make this one long strip that just goes round and around and around the torso. And by thickness, I think I mean width. maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches, depends how thick you want your strips to be. But basically, you're cutting the fabric into the yarn that you're going to use to crochet a little rug, a little rag rug. And I will show you how to attach the strips to each other instead of just using knots. And yeah, I find with these projects, the most time-consuming part is the cutting up of the fabric. The crocheting goes very quickly. And I've shown you before that I've made these rag rugs out of men's button-down cotton shirts, but they really take up so much more time to cut up than a t-shirt does. I really prefer using t-shirts now. And also the t-shirts don't fray. The men's cotton shirts, you know, little threads come off, especially in the wash. All right, so to attach ends, fold the end of your strip over and cut vertically, unfold it, and there you have a little opening. You're gonna do that in both ends. Cut off the inclined part, so we just have the straight strip of a fairly uniform width. Bend it over, give it a vertical cut, get the little hole, and that's what you use to attach it to the end of the strip from the project in process, which also has a little cut at the end. So we have end A on the left and B on the right. We are attaching end B to A, which is already part of the project. So stick end B through end A's hole, and then end A goes back through end B's hole. Then the rest of strip B goes jammed into B's hole. Wow. Yeah. And just pull it through. Pull it through, pull it through, pull it all the way through. And then you're just gonna kind of tug on opposite ends to cinch it together. Makes a nice smooth, a smooth joining, shall we say, rather than a knot. It'd be easier to see if it was two different colors. I know it's harder to see because they're both blue, but there you go. That's how you join your strips together. And with t-shirts, as I said, rather than with the men's button-down shirts, you get a much longer strip of fabric, so you're going to have fewer of those joining spots. So we're coming up to the corner. We're doing single crochets, but when we get to the corner, we're going to do 3 of these single crochet stitches in the very, very, very cornerest of corner stitch from the previous row. Now, when we did the corner on the previous row, we also did 3 stitches in the one corner row before. So out of those 3 stitches, the middle one becomes the cornerest of corners. That's the one you go into when I'm trying to show you. Yeah, that one. That's the one, the cornerest of corners. You're going to do 3 stitches in that. So you can turn the corner, and the middle one, the second one, the one I'm doing right there, that's your next cornerest of corners. So the next time around, you'll do 3 stitches in that one. And once you've turned your corner, you just keep crocheting until you need to attach another strip of fabric. And the size of your rug is pretty much just determined by what you can fit in your washing machine, since these are machine washable. The only sewing you need to do is in the very beginning to, you know, just to attach the loose ends, the one you start with and the one you finish with. You just want to sew so the project doesn't, you know, come apart in the wash. So this was a rectangle. That's why we had corners as opposed to the round I usually do. That's what the back looks like, kind of a bumpy popcorny stitch, which I like. And I like how you get stripes because some of the t-shirts are older, so faded. Some are newer, so they're a brighter, darker blue. I like having that variation in color. I also did a round one. With the flash on, it looks like a slightly different color, but same deal. Round and around and around we go. The ultimate upscale of your old t-shirts. Now, in case you were worried about that discarded fabric, the shoulders, the neck area, the sleeves, well, we saved it. We used the little emblem from the front of the t-shirt to make these little pillows. Now, this one is stuffed with a combination of other fabric, other discarded fabric from these shirts, plus the needles and little twigs of the balsam fir tree, which is the most Christmas smelling of Christmas trees, and it will scent the pillow forever and ever and ever and ever. And you could just put fabric in, make it like a little pincushion. You could put some dried beans or lentils in there, make a bean bag. But I really am excited about the balsam fir smell. We also did some pottery at the end. That is not all my pottery. I did those round things right there. They're supposed to be coasters. I'm going to put some felt on the back of them so they don't scratch the coffee table. They are leaf imprints. So you actually put the back of the leaf into your clay because the veins are more pronounced poking out the back of the leaf. And you get your leaf imprint. And then we did these with just one firing. You know how normally you would do a firing of the clay and then you would glaze it and fire it again. Well, this time around we just did the leaf print on the clay and then it just dried overnight and then we glazed and then there was one firing. So interesting. I don't know what any of that means, but that's what we did. This is my larger bowl. That was with a goosefoot maple leaf. And I had a big slab of clay. I laid it into a bigger bowl to bend it up and give it a bowl sort of shape. Painted them all pretty much the dark greeny blue combo. All right, back at the lake, we have a family of loons I needed you to visit with before we say goodbye. Before I say thank you for watching, please like, subscribe, share, comment below, ring that bell. This is a family of 3 loons. There is a baby that was born earlier this summer. And the amazing thing is when they go underwater to go swimming, they stay under for a really, really long time. To the point that you think to yourself, did that loon just drown? And then it pops up somewhere, God knows where, so far away from where it started. And then finds its way back to the others because they're all chilling together. It's crazy. See, look, there he is coming in again from the left. Like, how did you get over there? When it went underwater, it was with the other 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cute little loon family of the summer. Do a little flippity flop. Come on. Flippy flop. Oh, there you go. And then our final wildlife sighting. The miniature frog, little Froggy Magoo. This frog is so well camouflaged with his coppery brown color hopping around in the dead pine needles on the forest floor. Really only can see him, at least I could only see him when he was actually jumping. You know, like I'm one of those, whatever, velociraptor things from Jurassic Park. You know, they can only see you when you move. It's the littlest frog ever. It's smaller than my thumbnail. So cute. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again soon.